In this video, we're going to answer a couple of the questions from the review sheet on Conics. So the first question says, find the equation of a parabola that has a given vertex and a given directrix. So we're going to start by quickly sketching the shape that we're talking about. So we have our axes. Vertex is at 5, 2, so 5 to the right and 2 up. Directrix is at x equals 10, which would be over here somewhere. So here's the directrix. And that tells us immediately that we have this shape. So we know now what our general equation looks like. It opens to the left. That tells me that the y element or y variable is squared. And that's equal to 4p times x minus h. So there's our general equation. Now if we can find khp, we're done. We know already that h and k come from the vertex, so that's 5 and 2. So I'm going to write it again and fill those two in. So this is y minus 2. That's our k value, our vertex. 4p and x minus 5. So that comes from the vertex, h comma k. P comes from the distance from the vertex to the directrix, or the vertex to the focus. In this case, we're going from 5 comma 2 to x equal 10. So here x is 5, here x is 10. That means the distance between them, which is p, is equal to 5. The only thing left then is to figure out if it's negative or positive. We should know that if it opens to the left, that means p is negative. So p in this example is equal to negative 5. Negative because it opens left, 5 because it's 5 units to the directrix. If we put that in, change colors one more time, we get our final answer, y minus 2 all squared equals 4 times negative 5 times x minus 5. And there's the equation of the parabola with the given information. The second example is to find the equation of a circle which has a given diameter, or a diameter that passes through these points. Diameter, remember, is 2 times the radius. So step 1, we need to find the radius, and we also need to find the center. So we are going to sketch it again. We have 4 comma 5, which would be up here somewhere. Negative 3, negative 1 down here somewhere. And that's the diameter, so it's going to pass through both of those. And you should realize that the line that connects those two has to go through the center, which is going to be somewhere in here. So the middle of that line is the center, and we're going to use this idea here to find the distance of the diameter, and divided by 2 we get the radius. So if we put these points here, we should be able to finish this. This is negative 3, negative 1. This is 4 comma 5. So those are 2 points on the circle. So to find the midpoint, we add the x values together and divide by 2. And we add the y values together and divide by 2. This is the midpoint of that line. For us, that's going to be the center. So the midpoint is 1 over 2, comma 2. So 1/2, comma 2. So once we know the center, now we just need to know the radius. And the radius is half of whatever the distance of this line is. So we have two choices. We can find the distance from the center to one of the points, or we can just find the whole thing and divide it in half. Since we have it drawn for the whole thing, we'll just find that and divide it in half. So distance along the bottom of this triangle we drew goes from negative 3 to 4. So that's 7 units across there. Up here, we're going to go from negative 1 to 5, so that's 6 units there. And so to find the length of the hypotenuse, and that should be a clue for you, the diameter is going to equal the square root of 7 squared plus 6 squared, or the square root of 49 plus 36. And if we go ahead and do that, we get the square root of 85, which is approximately 9.22, and that's the diameter, remember? So the radius is half of that. So 9.22 over 2, which is 4.61. Now we can write our equation. So the equation of our circle is going to be x minus a half all squared plus y minus 2 all squared equal to 4.61 squared. H, k for the center, r squared after the equal sign. So that's the equation of our circle.